You're welcome to a new episode. In this video, we're going to solve for the value of a, given that 64 to the power of a is equal to the square root of 16 times the square root of 8. Well, at first glance, this question looks intimidating, but it is actually easy. Now, we're going to apply some property here, property of indices, that whenever I have, for example, the square root of, let's say, x, this is written as x to the power of half, right? Good. But whenever we have a double square root, let's say, for example, the square root of the square root of x. This is the same as x to the power of 1 all over 4. So let's keep this property at the back of our mind. And let's rewrite our given question. So this is 64 to the power of a. This is equal to, now we can simplify the right-hand side by writing it as the square root of 16 times, now watch something, we have the square root of 8 inside of the bigger square root. So this can be written as the square root of the square root of 8. You see that? Fantastic. Now simplifying, we have 64 to power a. This is equal to, the square root of 16 is very simple, and that will be 4 times. Now, the square root of the square root of 8, just like this, means 8 to the power of 1 all over 4. You see that? Nice, looking very simple. So the left-hand side, we can reduce this to 2 to the power of 5. Because 64 is the same as 2 to the power 5. And this expression is raised to the power of a. So this is equal to, now 4 is the same as 2 to the power of 2 times, now what about 8? 8 is 2 to the power of 3. And this is raised to power 1 over 4. So I'm going to be raising this to power 1 all over 4. Very good. Now let's apply this property of indices. The one that says that when I have a to power m, and this is later raised to another power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So we multiply the powers. So this becomes 2 to the power of 5 times a, that will be 5a. This is equal to, now this is 2 to the power of 2 times, now write down the base 2, multiply the power, 3 times 1 over 4 is 3 all over 4. Very good. Now let's apply this property of indices once more. Whenever we have, for example, a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m plus n. So simplifying what we have here, the left-hand side, we have 2 to the power of 5a. This is equal to, now we're going to write this right-hand side like this. So we just take one of the bases, which is 2, and add up the powers. So 2 plus 3 all over 4. Very good. Now let's do some simplification to this power. Here we have 2 plus 3 all over 4. Now to make this to a fraction, I'll put over 1 here. Very good. Now we have to make the denominators the same. Here we have 4, so we have to make this 4. So we can only do that by multiplying the denominator by 4. So 4 times the denominator. And whenever I multiply the denominator by 4, I should also do the same to the numerator. So watch. 4 times 2 is 8, all over 4 times 1 is 4, plus this is 3 all over 4. Now this add up to, write down the common denominator, that is 4, then add up the numerator. 8 plus 3 is 11. So come back here, we have 2 to the power 5a to be equal to 2 to the power of, the simplification of this gives 11 all over 4. Very good. Now see that the base on the left and the base on the right are equal. So if the bases are equal, that means the powers must also be equal. So that means 5a must be equal to 11 all over 4. Now we can divide both sides by 5. So I'll divide the left-hand side by 5. I'll divide the right-hand side by 5 as well. Now 5 can cancel out 5, leaving behind a to be equal to. Now this expression means 11 over 4 divided by 5. Or we can say 5 all over 1. Now this means a equal to 11 all over 4. Now change this to multiplication by writing the inverse of 5 all over 1. The inverse of 5 all over 1 is 1 all over 5. Very good. So our final answer will then be 11 times 1 is 11 all over 4 times 5 is 20. And this becomes our final answer. You want more videos like this? Well, click the videos below.